These are real people and actual events happening right now. The Lost Boys, Chapter 2. If you watched Chapter 1, you saw the backstory in 2015. Chapter 2 picks up in January 2020. While I was in Kampala, I was tagged in a Facebook post by a friend who wanted me to get her a copy of a book written by a lady about street kids in Kampala. Since she self-published the book, I couldn't just go pick it up off the shelf, so I had to meet her in person. So I invited her to CFH to show her a little bit about what we do and talk to her about what she does. I told her I really admired the work she did with street children, and I told her about my own experience with Joseph and Junior. She told me the name of the organization that she worked for. It sounded so familiar, but I totally put it out of my mind because it was just such a long shot. There was no way that could be the same place. It came up again about a week later when I was home in the U.S. as I was talking to my oldest son, Alan, who himself was a street child and was reading Peace's book. While I was chatting with him on WhatsApp, I decided to look up on Facebook and see if those things that I had written in 2015 had any reference to the name of that organization. And that's when all the pieces started fitting together. Peace was mutual friends with the staff member who I had left Joseph and Junior with in 2015. In another post, I mentioned the name of the organization, and it was the same one. It was so uncanny that out of hundreds of organizations that she could have worked for, it was the same one. As I was plowing through old posts, Alan and I were getting so excited, and he was like, "Mom, I really think we're supposed to find those boys." And he said to me, "I just want to help you do that because they're just like me. I really want to be part of helping other kids like myself." I could not deny he was the perfect person to help me do it. All this conversation's going on at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'm like, I gotta get out of bed. I can't sleep anymore. I call up my partner, Eric, and he's like, "Well, I'm downtown. Why don't I just go down to that same mechanic shop and see if the mechanic has seen those boys?" In his mind, he's thinking I'm totally crazy, and he told me that later. He goes down there anyway, and he sees Musa, the mechanic, who is so excited to see him and remembers the whole story. He's just overjoyed that we're looking for those boys again. And better yet, he had just seen them the same week. So Eric and Musa, they decide to make 10 copies of that old picture from 2015 of me and Joseph and Junior and show it to everyone in the entire neighborhood to try and find where these boys are staying. So Musa recruits like 4 guys to go all over the ghetto. Eric's just shaking his head. Musa slept on the street for 2 nights trying to find these boys for me. But I kid you not, by the 3rd day, I was face to face on the phone with my boy Junior, who I have not seen in 4 years. I never thought I would see them again. They could have been dead. They could have been anywhere. And somehow we found them. So I'm telling you, and I am not exaggerating, this story just keeps getting better. It is so long and there's so much happening right now. Tune in for Chapter 3, where we talk about what we're going to do next. We cannot wait to tell you everything that's going on.